So on this video, we are going to basically cover the Sena SLR3 and all my thoughts about this device. So if you want to know all my thoughts and if it's worth it to purchase, stay tuned after the intro. Hi everyone, Marcus here from EdTech, and if you are mad for tech, this is the place for you. And today we'll be talking about the Sena SLR3 that I have installed on my Shoei Neotec 3. And if you want to know a little bit more about this helmet, definitely check my previous video. And next week we'll be talking a little bit more about this helmet wiper that I have installed on my Shoei Neotec 3. So the first question that you can have for yourself is it easy to install the Sena SLR3 on the Shoei Neotec 3? And I have to say to you guys that yes, it's not the easiest process, but you can do it by yourself. In other words, if you take the time to install your Sena SLR3 and you follow the video on YouTube, on the YouTube channel from Shoei, you'll be more than fine to install it because it'll guide you step by step. And I have to say it's quite easy. When we'll talk about compatibility, I have to say to you guys that you can install on a Shoei Neotec 3 like I've done here, or you can install obviously on the GT Air 3. You have in one of the sides the placements where you can obviously put the volume up, volume down, answer a phone call, put on hold. And on the other side you have obviously your mesh controller that will allow you to connect up to 24 riders. One of the big selling points that you have obviously with this Sena SLR3 is the mesh compatibility. In basically one click you'll be able to connect up to 24 riders, and also you'll be able to share your music. So definitely a cool feature that you have in here. So when we talk about sound quality, I have to say to you guys that this was the best experience that I ever had with a helmet, because in here you have armored carbon speakers that allows you to have an amazing bass, something that I never felt with any intercom that I even try. So when we talk about using the controls, I have to say that the position of it is super easy to reach and to understand which one is which, because the middle one is raised, so you know that you have one in front and one on the back. In other words, it's super easy to answer the phone calls, to bring the volume up, to bring the volume down, to put on hold, to turn on and turn off. And if you have to use your mesh system, you just have to reach the other side of the helmet, and with just one button you'll be able to do the rest. When we talk about that app, is very user-friendly, but you don't really need to go there often to use it. I use it every single day, and it's rare that I went there. I think maybe just the first time to configure my system. So when we talk about sound clarity, I have to say to you guys, at least from the feedback of my mom, she can hear me really well. She doesn't have any issues, and she even preferred that I use the Shoei Neotec 3 now, and obviously the Sena SLR3. Also, when we talk about the clarity, for you is very easy to hear because the sound have a lot of bass, and also the speakers, you can bring the volume up much higher than other solutions that you have on the market. When we talk about maximum speed, where I recommend you to use this system, I'll say about 80 miles per hour, because also when you have to talk to someone else, I'll definitely recommend you to slow down your motorcycle and hearing your phone calls, and when you finish, just press the throttle and go once again at the speed that you want. When we talk about battery life, I have to say that is really good on the Sena SLR3. I normally use this helmet 4 times a week, and I basically do phone calls for about 30 minutes every single day, and I've been using it for basically 1 month, and even that I only charge once. When we talk about the connectivity between your helmet and your phone, I have to say to you guys that was the best experience that I had until today. With my previous helmets, sometimes if I was in a crowded area, the phone and the helmet had tendency to lose connection, but in here, since you have an antenna in both sides of your helmet, I never had any issues whatsoever. So when we talk about price, I have to say that it's a bit painful to pay the price that I paid for this one, and obviously I pay a little bit less because I purchased the Bluetooth system, the Sena SLR3, with my Shoei Neotec 3, but it is still really expensive. And if you put this side by side with a Cardo solution that you can buy straight away when you purchase the AGV Sport Modular, it offers you the Cardo system that costs basically $300. That option basically costs you half of the price of this one, and that makes it a little bit harder to accept to pay this kind of price for this system. But compared to other systems that they cost half of the price, also I never had the quality of sound that this one can deliver to me. When we talk about the microphone placement, I really like the option here on the Shoei Neotec 3. The microphone gets really close to your mouth, and it makes it the sound much better and much easier to hear. Even if you have some wind, when closer is the microphone from your mouth, the less wind is going to be possible to hear from the other side. And definitely, I simply love the placement, and if you need, you can just move this microphone a little bit higher or a bit lower depending where is your mouth, so definitely a plus. When we talk about updates, it's super easy to do any updates with this one. You just need your phone and obviously the Sena app, and you'll be able to transfer the new update. But even if your helmet and obviously the Sena SLR3 is not up to date, you'll be able to use it no matter what. When we compare this one to the SLR2, unfortunately, I'm not the best person to tell you if it's better or not, but it's supposed to be better because now you have hammer carbon speakers, so at least the sound for you should be better and a little bit more bassy than the previous generation, the SLR2. When we talk about comfort, I have to say to you guys that is one of the best solutions that you have on the market, since the battery, that is the heaviest part, is next to your neck, and the controls are super small and next to the side, so it's very easy for you to reach the controls and change the musics or to use your mesh control. When we talk about durability, I have to say to you guys that I think is going to be quite durable because it's quite well incorporated with your helmet, so even if you have a crash, I think you'll be quite safe and you'll be able to remove this from the helmet that you damaged and install this one on the new one, so definitely a plus. So do I recommend to buy the Sena SLR3? And I have to say to you guys, if you really care about the wind noise that it happens every single time that you put a Bluetooth system connected to your helmet, definitely this one is for you. If you hear a lot of music because you have such a great bass, this is a great solution for you. But if you don't use often your helmet, I think you can go to a cheaper solution like you have from Cardo. So I definitely recommend the Sena SLR3 to someone that rides at very high speeds because you'll have a better aerodynamic on your helmet. But if you don't ride so fast and you normally use your helmet in a city, you definitely can go to solutions that are much cheaper, then they will do the job. But also, if you really care about music and bass, the SLR3 from Sena is definitely the device for you. My name is Marco, this is MedPack. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment below, smash the thumbs up, do whatever you want, but always with a smile on your face. And next week, I will be reviewing the helmet wiper from Bike Guard.